Over the retirement age of judges, a major union focusing on the issue of domestic violence, and a local school body remembering a former student.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all. I am Megan Shepard. It's so great to have you joining us. Should the age of judges be extended? The President of the Court of Appeal, Dame Anita, calling recently for amendments to be made to the Constitution, and these amendments would extend the retirement age of judges in the country. Tonight, local attorneys are giving their views on this recommendation. Italia Hall has our top story.
The Constitution requires that judges retire at the age of 70, Dame Anita Allen said. While a number of judges have retired over the past 5 years due to the constitutional age requirement, she believes that by the age of 70, judges have a lot of experience under their belt and are knowledgeable about the law. Dame Anita also noting that over the years the Court of Appeal has lost a lot of experience and that continuity is important. Now attorney Jeff Farquharson says Dame Anita's contributions has been astonishing, and he agrees that an age extension should be considered.
The society in general is aging, and everybody is living longer, healthier, with a good and active mind, and this is right across the board in the country. So I'm sure this is a question that's going to have to be examined at some point.
Attorney Carlton Sherlin agrees. He says judges should not be forced to retire at the age of 70.
70 years old can be quite a young person in terms of their thinking. I agree that there's a certain degree of maturity. There's a certain degree of life experiences that comes with age. And we went through, you go through a metamorphosis in terms of how the judicial system evolved, and you might find yourself in a position where you can make significant changes, positive changes to the judicial system.
But attorney Constance MacDonald is of a different view. She says at 70, judges should shift their focus and impart their knowledge to the younger professionals in the field.
And in some, developed countries, people can work until and beyond. But this is the Bahamas, and we have a smaller economy. And when you look, first of all, we're very hot. And I can't imagine older persons, wanting to even get up, to come out and have to be in a structured environment. It's okay if you're working for yourself. I work for myself, and if I don't feel like coming until late, I come in late. At my age, I don't want to be in no structured environment. And I do believe that older people, what they should be doing is maybe writing books and leaving knowledge for the next generation. You should be mentoring persons and training them to come to up to your standard.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
In other news, a local trade union tackling the serious social issue of domestic violence. The BPSU launching a one-day seminar today. Sabrina Brown was there.
Clinical psychologist at the Grand Bahama Health Services, Michelle Lundy, says domestic violence against women is a matter of control, and women need to be educated so that they are empowered to deal with the issue.
We want women to know that they need to speak up about these things that are happening to them. The subtle things, such as, I don't like that dress you have on, change it. I'm not taking you anywhere because you don't look good, or they don't give you the car keys to go anywhere. The punches, the little pinches, the taking away your rights to see your other family members.
Lundy says domestic violence is prevalent in the Grand Bahama community.
There are a lot of cases. Our statistics definitely don't reflect what's out there, because a lot of people, like I said, don't come forward and report what's happening, maybe because they feel that there's no means of escape, that there's nowhere else for them to go, that they've made their bed, they have to lie in it. These are things that you hear, right? I'm married, this is my husband, what am I doing wrong? Why is he treating me like this? If it's a case of abuse from a spouse.
Vice President of the BPSU Northern Region, Region, Tasha Bullard-Hamilton, says this effort by the Women's Committee is in line with the United Nations mission to end violence against women and girls.
We are members of a public service union, and so we give service to the public. And oftentimes we have our co-workers who are facing these challenges, and we see their attitudes, their whole demeanor changes in the workplace. So we want to be able to recognize the signs that our colleagues may be experiencing domestic violence or various abuses, actually.
President of the BPSU, Kimsley Ferguson, commends the Grand Bahama team for taking steps to address this critical issue.
A lot of females in our society is experiencing gender-based violence, which has actually impacted even the budgets of governments, where we have to now put in place resources to address these concerns.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
6 Jamaican nationals were taken into custody over on Cat's Key yesterday. A team of police officers acting on information arrested the 6 undocumented Jamaicans who were found in bushes. A Bahamian man was also arrested in connection with this matter. They were all handed over to the Immigration Department. Tonight, another legendary entertainer is paying tribute to the late Ronnie Butler. This local artist says the musical icon had an impact on his life from an early age. Sabrina Brown reports.
The legendary Ronnie Butler is hailed as the godfather of Bahamian music, having paved the way for many musicians in the country. Local Bahamian artist Wilfred Solomon says he was inspired by this cultural icon at an early age.
I had the opportunity to see Ronnie perform at the Chick Shiny Club in Fresh Creek, Andros. And as good as Ronnie was in the wheelchair, man, Ronnie was excellent and exciting to watch back then. Ronnie has come a long way, and he deserved the name the Godfather.
He recalls how Ronnie would wow his audiences during the peak of his career.
I remember going to the late spot where he used to perform in the Nassau Beach Hotel. When you see about 2 o'clock, you see a new Ronnie. You know, Eddie Murphy didn't have nothing on him. You know, he would start with that other stuff, you know, that late night stuff that people would come in to enjoy, and they would sit down and don't even dance, just listen to some of the lyrics that he would blast and push. You know, and I love him.
Wilfred says he was honored to experience one of Ronnie's final performances at the Junkanoo Carnival in Grand Bahama this year.
I went on before him, and they brought him on in his wheelchair. And man, he just lighted the crowd from in that chair. Like I tell you, and I was excited to just go down and stand in front, you know. Because I said, man, I did my thing, but hey, I can't miss Ronnie.
But he says he wished that Ronnie was around to see the outpouring of love and affection for his contribution to Bahamian culture.
The amount of love and affection and that I see he is getting now that he is dead. I only wish that Ronnie was getting that same kind of stuff when he was alive, man.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition continues in just a moment.
It was underground. Yeah, you have to go down under all the big bamboo. Anyway, we performed there. I started working there with my group, Ronnie and the Ramblers. And that's when I did my first album, Ronnie Butler Steps Out.